Hey guys, it's Miss Mart, and I'm here to help you with one-step inequalities word problems. Okay, so again, like on other videos, if you still don't understand me, feel free to call me. But also, you can look at another example from iExcel, just in case. Anyway, so it says an airport has enough space for 16 planes to park. There are 9 planes parked at the airport right now. Let X represent how many more planes can park at the airport. Which inequality describes the problem? After selecting the inequality, we need to solve it. Then we're going to complete the sentence to describe the solution. Okay, so let's summarize. So we know that the airport can only hold 16 because it has enough space for 16. So I'm going to put it right here. Okay, that's the amount it can hold. On this side, I need to determine a number less than 16. And let me tell you why it has to be a number less than 16. It has to be a number less than 16. Oops. It has to be a number. Sorry about that. It has to be a number less than 16 because, as you can see on the word problem, it says it only has enough space for 16. So I'm going to enter the less than. The less than or equal to sign, because you can have 16 planes, but it has to be less than. So this quantity right here, where we're going to generate our sentence, has to be less than 16. So we know that there are already 9 of them parked, and we want to find out how many more we can park. So it leads us to this inequality. X plus 9 is less than or equal to 16. So I'm going to go here and select the one where I have x plus 9 is less than or equal to 16. Now it says solve the inequality, then complete the sentence to describe the situation. Okay, so I recall inverse operations. I want to solve for x, so I need to do the inverse of addition, which is subtraction. And I have to do whatever I do on one side, I must do on the other. So I know that positive 9 minus 9 is 0. So that leaves me with x. Now you want to be on the video, Norma? Really? After you bit me on the other one? Okay. What? Really? Sorry, guys. Anyways, so I'm left with x, is less than or equal to 16 minus 9, 7. So knowing this, I know that x is a number less than 7 or equal to 7. So it could be numbers like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, because those are numbers less than 7. So I'm going to have that in mind when going back here. It says solve the inequality, then complete the sentence to describe the solution. Up to, which is the highest number, 7 more planes can park at the airport. Submit. Perfect. So let's go to the next one. And it says, Leah is making a square wooden picture frame for woodworking class. After dividing a piece of wood she wants to use into 4 equal pieces, Leah figures each side of her frame can be at most 16 inches. Let X represent the perimeter of the picture frame. Which inequality describes the problem? Okay, so it's pretty cool on this exercise that they already tell you what you're dividing x by, which is 4, because it tells you here that you have to split a certain number by 4 and then getting 12. So we know that. Now the thing that's going to trip us up is like determining which inequality to use. So we're going to look at keywords. So it says here, after dividing a piece of wood, she wants to use into 4 equal pieces, Leah figures each side of her frame can be at most. So it cannot go past 12 because it's at most. So this quantity has to be less than 12. And as you can see, both show less than. So now we are left to like, okay, so less than 12, or it can be 12 and less. Well, at most reminds me that it can be 12, the number 12, or less. So I'm going to keep this one because you can include 12 in numbers less than 12. So it says solve the inequality, then complete the sentence to describe the solution. The perimeter of the picture frame will be at most. So now I need to solve for x. So I have x divided by 4 is less than or equal to 12. So I have to do the inverse of division. In this case, multiplication. 12 times 4 is 48. Perfect. And another like strategy too is like Google is your best friend. So like if you're stuck on deciding which inequality symbol to use, you can look up like other words or other synonyms for less than, other words or other synonyms for greater than, other words or other synonyms like greater than or equal to, other words, other synonyms like less than or equal to. Like there's no problem with you going to Google and looking up for synonyms of these math terms. I highly encourage it. Anyways, let's keep moving. So here it says, Kendra is drawing a rectangle. The length will be 4 inches and the area will be at least 12 square inches. Let x represent the width of the rectangle, which inequality describes the problem. Okay, so again, really cool how they both kind of give you already the operation you're using, which is multiplication, and they tell you that 4 and the 4, and they tell you your goal, which is 12. Really cool. The thing that we need to decide is which inequality sign to use. So again, going back to the problem, and then as you are reading it, think to yourself. So it says the length will be 4 inches, and the area will be at least 12. Okay, so it has to be 12. And it can also be greater than 12. Because when they say do at least 3 problems, that's the minimum. You can go more than 3 problems. In this case, 12 is the minimum. You can go more than 12 for the area. So this has to be more than 12 or equal to 12. So I'm going to select this. Now it says solve the inequality, then complete the sentence to describe the solution. Okay, so I have 4 times x is greater than or equal to 12. So to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the rectangle must be at least 3 inches wide. Perfect. So as you are going through these, feel free to Google other words or synonyms for the greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to symbols. And also, if you're still stuck, feel free to call me. And also, if you're still stuck, Excel has like cool ways to show you how to do this. Anyways, that is it for this lesson. Have a good one.